Ever think what is sampling? So what is sampling? Sampling allows you to record from external source and put them into small phrases. Come, let me show you how it works on sampling. So we're going to do two kinds of sampling. One is direct sampling, and the other one is called resampling. So the first thing you're going to do is to plug a microphone. You can plug a guitar or any other instruments into the input of the Korg Kronos X. So make sure it's in mic mode, and then go to the sampling function and ensure you select left and right. Then make sure you turn on the microphone
and do a test.
Make sure you get the right level so that you will not get your mic clipped. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to record a nice phrase of small phrases and put them onto the keys. So this is what we call sampling. Go back to the main page of the sampling. Once you press the sampling button here and start, this is where you're going to start to record whatever that you plugged in. I give you an example. I'm going to record a voice that goes like into the microphone and mapped it into a C note key. There you go. So I've sampled the first voice. I'm going to do the next one. So I have the second one, and followed by the last one. So I have 3 of the samples, and I would like to map to different notes of my keys. This is how it works. Choose the first samples, and make sure you're able to splice it in such that it goes from the first hit of your note of the key. So go to sampling, or you can also go to the loop edit and select from the first of the wave file, like this. And here you go. We have, okay, exit, and then press create. Once you press create, it will auto map onto the first key that you have selected. Now, I'm going to move to the next note. It's going to be on a C sharp note. So this is the same thing. I'm going to put a loop edit and select where the wave file is. So this is where I'm going to remove what is not necessary. Cool. Press create and do the last one. Alright. So now, same thing, the final one, to select to replace the location of the wave. Alright, so we have 3 different samples in 3 different keys. You can export these files into the program mode. How easy to do it? Open up the top portion here and then press convert MS to program. You can rename the file a program. For example, let's do it ABC. ABC, and press OK, and select to G0. I can put it under here. So I saved it under the G00 in the user bank. So now, remember the sound that you have recorded on the sequencer? So I can also include that into the sequencer. Well, before I do so, I would like to introduce you to the re-loop or re-function of the sampling. So it is what we call resampling. So what is resampling? Resampling allows you to take from any of the internal sounds and make it into samples of the map. So this is what I'm going to do first. I am going to select a drum sound. Okay, so this is my drum loop that I have on the Korg Kronos X. I have to ensure I get the right speed on my loop. Alright, so once you're done, press the sampling mode and sample. So I've done my first sampling, and now let's move on to the next sample that I want to sample from the internal sounds. So I'm going to choose a motion synth, and this is one of the sounds I'm going to sample. This is cool. So I like to take this, and I have to ensure I get the right speed again, and press sample, and so I've resampled two from the internal sound, two different ones. So let's map them together. Same thing, go to the sampling mode, and now I'm going to select another sample from a different group. I want to put it on the stereo mode and press OK. So this is my first sample that I take from the resampling function. Once you're happy with it, press create, and you move on to the next sample. Choose the next sample and press create. You can play both at the same time. Now, same thing, you can export this file as a program sound. Open the top corner and select Convert MS to Program, and select the next bank that you want to save it to. So I'm going to put it as CDE and press OK. Alright, so I have two of the different programs that is taken from the first sample and resample. So that's ABC program sound and CDE program sound. So let's map these samples into the sequencer. Remember the song again that we have done before, the sequencer? Now let's put them together. What I do next is basically pressing the fourth track, which is an empty track from the sequencer. Now, how to put them together? Open the program sounds of the fourth track and select the user G. So I have the ABC that I have actually saved onto as a program from the sampling. Remember this? So I can put them together with my song. So this is what I'm going to do. Press the record button and press the start to record my sequencer, and my sample that I have on the dish will be recorded. Remember the 2-bar count? So I have the voices together with my music that I recorded. So let's move on to the next track. Remember the CDE. Now I'm going to put the CDE together with the ABC and the rest of the sequence. So this is in track 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open this up and select CDE program into the next track. So I have this. And I also have this. Let's put them together. remember the voice is quite pretty loud from my fourth track. So what I have to do is I can also adjust the level accordingly. So I'm going to bring down the sample that I've taken from my voice. So I have a sequencer is taken from the internal sounds, and you have the resampling is taken from internal sounds, sample it again and put into different keys. And you can also sample anything you want from external source, whether it's from guitar, from any instruments, or from the microphone. Remember, just plug in your instruments into the mic or the line input and do your stuff. I hope you enjoy.